On 4.
What's up, everyone? You are watching the Swole Initiative Network, and this is the Fables of Gahlia, the correct way to start your weekend off. So thank you for being here. This is our return from Gen Con, and we're all very, very tired people.
It's true.
I'm well rested.
God.
Unfortunately.
Except one of us, who is like bubbling over with energy.
Like those little bubble Christmas lights. Remember those? Little bubble lights?
What are you fucking talking about?
You said bubbling, and that's what popped in my head.
Brand partners. Stacks, go.
Oh, I was not ready. Okay, Swole only roll with Norse Foundry's amazing gemstone and metal dice. Also, all of our featured music comes from the free library available on Apple Music and Spotify by the one and only Norse Foundry. Use the code SWOLE, SWOLE, to save 10% at norsefoundry.com.
Excellent. And okay, Brent, I will allow you to speak for this one.
Thank you. I certainly appreciate it, as I'm sure Griffin Co. does as well. All right, you guys, it is time once again to give a special thank you and shout out to our next sponsor of the evening. Say it with me, Griffin Co. All right, all of our 3D printed and custom terrain stuff that you see on our shows is from Griffin Co. If you'd like to get in on this awesome action, just go on over to griffinco.com and use the promo code SWOLE22 at checkout and receive 22% off of your entire order. No cap.
Whoa, Captain Cowboy.
Captain Cowboy.
Look at you.
Coming in with 10 gifted subs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Ashley, say something.
It's me. Hello. This is what I sound like now. Our fully custom player minis come from the awesome Hero Forge. Design yours today at heroforge.com.
That got worse.
Cool.
Since she started.
It's like Minnie Mouse.
Earlier,
Minnie Mouse lost her speaker.
I haven't been speaking all day to try to and now
You sound wonderful.
and you had 10 minutes, and that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
fine.
a lot. Okay. Other things, which, as always, I will attempt and fail to keep really quick. We have a YouTube. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers because that's what you do over there, apparently. So if you want to head over there, that's where all the VODs go. I'm going to catch up with those because I have less to do now. So I'm going to catch up with all of the uploads and things and writing all the blurbs and doing all the things. So there will be rapid fire episodes of Fables of Gahlia coming out on there. If you can go ahead and click on it and go and subscribe, it's free and helps us out a ton. Thank you in advance. Other things. I'm not used to this. I only missed 1 week. It feels like forever.
Flex points.
No. We have a sub goal up on the on the screen. Thing is, I've been so busy that I haven't organized a giveaway, but we will have one, and
There's
it
one.
will be awesome. So once we hit 35, I guess if we hit it tonight, then I guess I'll just make something up, and then Drew from Norse Foundry can get mad at me. So yes, we will have a giveaway. I will nail down what that's going to be as soon as I have time to breathe and stuff. That includes regular subs, gifted subs, and prime subs, which you have to resub every month. And if you choose to use those on us, then thank you so much. In fact, thank you so much for all of the subs, because it goes a long way with us. We've got a fuck ton of content lined up, ready to go. We're rolling ahead with Spelljammer, lots of holdups with that. They are out of the way. We are steamrolling on that. We have Ashley's Call of Cthulhu game. We have Pirate Borg in the works. I got stuck then. And also a Deadlands campaign as well. So,
Say what?
so yes, lots of things that are gonna come out in rapid succession. So we are full steam ahead with content on the Swole Initiative Network. Excellent. Thank you for being patient with us. If you are a subscriber with us, you can hit !roll in the chat, and it will roll a d20 along with the players. You can try that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. See? Yeah. Good.
Rolled a big O2.
There you go. Keep it up, man. So you can do that. Holy crap. Flex points. Flex points are a mechanic that we use on this channel to utilize your channel points, which you get for free just for watching. You accrue those, you can spend them. You can spend 1,000 points per player per stream. And once 10 of you gang up on one player, they will achieve a flex point signified by a big flexing arm in their player window. That means that they can choose to use that in a cool narrative way, at the Dungeon Master's discretion,
He always
in
says
order
yes.
to get a side door to the Rule of Cool. And it's made for some pretty epic moments and has saved several of the player characters so far. So get in the chat and start deciding who you think needs their flex point. Oh man, level 4 hype train. God damn.
We're doing
Choo choo.
You guys.
You
I
guys.
feel so welcome. I
Gotta
feel
get in
so
on
welcomed home. Great. Do I have anything else to say? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I've did all the things.
Follow.
Oh yeah, if you follow us, or if you don't follow us, you should, because we do amazing content like you are watching right now.
Obviously.
So if you click follow on us, it is again super free, and you get a character rolled on the screen like Angie Roo did earlier. I didn't see what it was, but I saw it come up. So thank you for the follow. Anyone else can join in. It's super free, and it goes a long way for us. And occasionally Twitch will let you know when we go live, if it feels like it. If not, you can also join our Discord, where we talk mad shit and talk about ttrpgs and life and stuff, and it's cool. You just get to hang out with us, and we need more friends. Please join.
I'm so lonely.
I'm so lonely.
Come talk to us.
Yes. So, in fact, I will put a link in the
Oh,
chat.
yeah,
To make
that's
it
my
nice
job.
and easy.
I didn't
Oh, you
do
already
it.
did it. Whatever.
I'm doing it right now. My bad. There it is. I did it.
Yeah. I believe that is it. And so I guess there's nothing left to do except roll the trailer for the next episode of the Fables of Gahlia. And welcome back.
Back to normal, baby.
Here we go. Last time on the Fables of Gahlia. Short recap for this one. You guys had vanquished the Flind and made it back into Heliacal proper, where you took a short rest within one of the abandoned homes within Heliacal after freeing it. The liberation parties began, and you headed back out into the celebrations where you met with Thina and Alar and David for a little bit. You guys drank some concoctions. Should probably only ask for the strongest thing you have from an actual bartender, not just a guy holding bottles. And some words of advice and some words of foreshadowing were given from David, the dwarf apprentice librarian. And then we rolled into a close on Adeline as she took off into a nearby alley, sketching the diagram of the portal setup in the cathedral that was used to almost bring Yinogu onto the material plane, sketching it from several different angles from her analytic mind. But the ink was imbued with druidite. With a giant flash, the druidite was sucked into the page where the sketch remained, following the word closer. And as the party comes to a close, you guys join in the rest of the festivities for most of the night. It's probably going to be a bit of a sleep-in for the next day. You guys find your way back to the abode that you are holed up in, and all achieve a long rest.
Finally.
Oh, spell slots, I missed you.
For the first time in 3-4 shows.
It's been a minute.
Yep.
I still had a spell slot left. So.
Actually, no, you had one. You had one in the basement of the Athenium.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I still didn't recover.
Thanks to the boat.
I still didn't recover all my hit dice.
And so, as we open up today's game, Adeline.
I knew it was gonna be me.
You fall into a deep sleep. It's been a hell of a day. Lots has happened. There's been near-death experiences. Lots of your arcane energy used to protect your friends and also to vanquish a couple of the Gnoll generals. You feel accomplished. You feel good. And sleep hits you. And as your eyes bat back awake, you start to look around, and you're lying on the floor. But it's not. It doesn't feel like stone. You run your hand on it, and it's some kind of. It feels almost like parchment. And you sit up slowly and look around. And across the horizon, all you see is this, like the white, smoky seeming astral sea surrounding you as you look around. And then as your vision lowers to the strange ground that you're sitting on, you see black lines all over this sort of like off-white floor. And as you look across, you see that this kind of comes to an edge and falls off, but then picks up on the other side and continues. You stand up, shaky legs, and look around, and you realize that you are stood on your open book as it resides within the astral sea.
Hello.
As you reach out, all around you, these transparent, almost blueprinted diagrams in teal and white energy start erupting from the ground all around you. Your drawings of the portal, all of the schematics that you drew from every angle, all around you. With the main sort of front-on view directly in front of you. What would you like to do?
As far as being accurate to the drawing, the stones are there too and everything.
Yeah. It's all like you can see the outlines of everything as if you inked it in. It looks exactly like the way you drew it.
I think she's going to walk up to it and she wants to touch one of the outlines to see if it is tangible and also to see if the stone, it was inert before. I think she's trying to detect just how real this illusion is and if it's made of some kind of magic force that she can feel.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
As you reach out to touch one of the drawn lines of the Druidite crystal.
Oh no! Oh no! Why have you betrayed me, Norse Foundry? That's a 9. It's a 9 total.
A 9.
Yeah.
So you reach out and touch it. There's no determinable surface to it.
Okay.
But you feel force. As you touch it, you watch as this white light is pulsed from where you touch it, and it goes around all of the lines and returns back to its regular pattern. These teal lines, as you watch, there's a pulse to it, sending little white sparks of energy along each of your drawn lines in exactly the way that you drew it out. It's following your pen lines.
Oh, that's so sick. Hello? Have you brought me here? Have I brought me here? I think she's going to kind of like, you know, when you're measuring things with your feet, like foot in front of foot, kind of like she's going to trace her steps back kind of towards where the exit of the cathedral would have been. Like she'll walk from stone to stone and then kind of like in a triangle formation kind of walk to where it's probably, she probably didn't draw that to its full extent, but just, you know, she's exploring the boundary of this, I suppose.
I guess everything feels drawn to scale.
Okay.
You remember being in the cathedral between the two obelisks, or the one obelisk and the pedestal that remained. You remember pacing around it, and everything seems one for one scaled out here.
Looking back, is the portal between, is there any like action there? Is there...
It is almost like frozen in time, except for those lines as you drew them pulsing in white in that same pattern.
I see. All right. I still don't know how to reach here. How to pull this place into the real world. Well, my real world. I guess real is kind of subjective in this situation. Anyhow, she's gonna try to step through those lines that make up the portal.
Okay. So you're going to walk up to the portal, which is sort of like, it's about 10 foot up in the air is the bottom of it.
Mm.
Are you trying to climb on the energy and walk through it?
I think she would try to scramble her way up there. If she has to... Oh, God, you keep throwing in my face that I'm the only one who can't fly. This is so evil.
If you want to climb up, you can give me an athletics check.
Okay, I'll do that.
And I will give you advantage on this because this is magically drawn.
Aw, yeah. Okay. Wait, where did it go? I have one new dice that I got at Gen Con. Oh, and it rolled so good. You said athletics?
Yes.
Well, that's a +0, but it's an 18.
18. Finding your footing around and sort of very gingerly starting to grab onto these drawn lines. You get used to how it feels and start testing the weight bearing of it. Seems fine. Sort of walk up to that obelisk that doesn't have the crystal on it. And you climb up on top of it. But it is literally just outlines. So as you step out in faith onto the center of this seemingly hollow outline, your foot, and it pulses out like a ripple of teal and white energy from the center. You step again. And you look down, and it's like those glass floors in buildings, like you can see all the way down, and you see the page, and you see the writing and the drawings that you made on this ginormous version of your book. And you step through, grabbing onto the sort of off energy-like lines one by one, grabbing it, moving yourself across. You angle yourself into the center of this drawn portal that you made. And you swing 1, 2, 3. As you do, you slowly float through the center, which creates a huge flash of white. And as your vision comes back to you, are floating over this book looking down on all of your drawings that have seemingly come into fruition, into existence through the druidite ink that you drew with. And you are there, floating above as you watch the flicker of the bottom right page start to build, and then the pages start to roll and roll and roll, and then it stops. And you look across the whole thing, and there's the word, closer. And you come awake.
Oh, so sick, dude. She'll kind of wake and breathe heavy. Is everyone else still asleep?
You are half elven, so you still need a full rest. So I would say probably everyone's starting to stir like around the same time. Lost would have been awake a little bit earlier, and Rose, you'll need 4 as well as Asimar?
Yeah, but I'm thinking she probably needed to sleep a little longer.
Got it. Choosing to sleep. Oh yeah. I'm gonna sleep that off. But yeah, everyone else is kind of stirring from there, like bedrolls and things. And
Adeline's gonna kind of subtly wipe the sweat off of her face that I'm sure is there, and just kind of hide it like it's a stretch. And she wants to look. Is the book open near her? Is it closed? Where is it?
The book is open on the diagram.
Okay. She'll just kind of shut it and put it back in its little like holster and kind of hope that no one else has really caught sight of that.
What's everyone else doing as you stir? Not all at once.
I am doing my calisthenics after my meditation. So calisthenics and blind fighting practice.
Did we just pick any house to kind of stay in for the night? Is that the...
Pretty much, it was just one that like didn't look like it was being currently lived in. Alar, I believe it was the one that told you. They told you that a lot of these houses are now vacant.
Yeah, if you walk out into the living room area, Roz, you'll see that I stacked all the chairs on the tables, and I made an obstacle course out of all the junk in here, and I'm blindly like trying to hop and play lava on all the furniture and try not to touch the ground, but like I'm blindfolded, just like.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
This is literally at Gen Con. I walked out and you were in the kitchen doing push-ups on the corner of the kitchen. I was like, oh my god, you are your character.
Kaya kind of slept in that room leaning up against the wall. And as he sees Lost coming through, he reaches his tail out and moves one of the chairs.
Okay.
Just very quietly and nonchalantly.
Okay. I will, because you can't be surprised, I will just raise the DC. It's now DC 16.
For me?
Yep.
Okay. I got a 14.
As you sort of doing your crane stance with a blindfold on the table, You go to step out and put both feet on the back of both of these chairs to balance. One is not where you remember it, and you try and find the footing. It's like that cartoon moment, like, and then you fall over.
I hit the ground. I'm splayed out in my loincloth, and Brent probably wished that he had a blindfold on too.
I thought it was too easy for you. You needed more of a challenge.
Normally, I would have seen you, except for once, I had a little bit too much to drink yesterday. I don't know what that fella gave us, but
Well, it was pretty nasty actually. And we've had some pretty rank.
I've never heard of it. What was it called? Jägermeister? Disgusting.
It was bad. I think that was the dominant taste. I think there were several other things mixed in with it, but that was the dominant flavor.
Terrible. Mm-hmm.
I saw that
I'm just
red
thinking about it.
Mixing
What-
stuff in it. Red Bull.
Were you trying to grow wings? Is that what you're doing?
Sounds like Adeline.
Ooh.
I mean, I wasn't in her dream, but I remember her saying something about not flying. Maybe
I talk
that's
in my sleep. And it's always just, why can't I fucking fly?
well. Yeah, so I just thought it would be too easy for you, but yeah, that stuff was really awful that we drank. But I think your tolerance is probably better than mine because I'm still a little hazy headed and I only drank one.
So upon hearing that, I'll shuffle through the kitchen here and see if I can find any cups, because the quickest way to cure a hangover is hair of the dog. And I pull out my alchemy jug and I start filling up some glasses with wine.
Yeah, I mean, you can find some like basic, like just drinking ware. There's no like wine glasses or anything like that. A couple of them are chipped in places, a couple of missing handles and things, but you can kind of cobble together like enough vestibules to put some wine into.
Not the
All
best.
right, and I hand a cup to Brent, to Kaya, and I hand a cup to Adeline, since they're the early risers.
What's this?
Magical wine.
It's the morning.
I check on the alchemy jug, and in tiny inscriptions it says Kirkland. Every nozzle says Kirkland. Kirkland mayonnaise, Kirkland oil, Kirkland acid, Kirkland poison, Kirkland
smells-
wine.
Kirkland acid.
Kirkland acid
That's
on
basically.
the alchemy jug.
It smells sweet, but somehow sour at the same time. How did they do this?
Magic of the arcane.
Magic.
Adeline just sets it down on a nearby table. Thank you so much.
And I just chug mine.
I just have a sip.
Well, looks like this is another town where we're heroes again.
Maybe we could set up like a house here. Like maybe we could like a home away from home. I think there's plenty of houses available.
If we're gonna do that, I'd like to find a better house.
Right, I wasn't claiming this one, but just
Perhaps
someplace.
we should let them rebuild and see what comes of that before we go signing our names to any real estate. Who knows? It could be an absolute shit show in a few weeks.
I don't think that will happen. I'm pretty sure that they've gone through the worst of it, and they'll come out better on the other side now.
I mean, they've just gone through the worst time possible, so the values of the properties are probably low now. It can only go up from here.
Well, there's a large supply and probably low demand.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So I think probably there's plenty. We don't have to get the best house. We don't have to, get the worst house. We can just get a place and we can crash there when we're through here. I don't know when we're coming back here though, so I don't know if it's the best idea. But it's they have the portal here in case we ever come back. Maybe we should get a place close to the portal, and it would be easier to get to it if we came back here.
Like transportation is important. Yes, I think this is a good location.
A good walkable neighborhood.
It's very centralized.
Local flair and personality. Yeah. I don't think that we'll be bereft of allies which we could stay with if we find our way back through here. I mean, you saw the party last night. You saw how overjoyed everyone was. I don't think we'll want for much if we come back. But if you were looking to make a more permanent home of it, then by all means.
This neighborhood's not nice enough for Adeline. I get it.
Did y'all know?
I get it. It's not bougie enough. Yeah.
But I mean, it's just... You can see the other house right through the window. It's like, what, 4 feet away? Who wants that?
Did they have really big houses on campus?
What?
In your campus, where the Magic Academy was.
I didn't live on campus. I lived on the Beaumont estate, of course.
Oh.
You'll see.
Financial aid and dorms are for the poor people.
He said it, not me.
She was thinking it.
Can you do that now?
Where I grew up, it was just...
Close proximity to you guys, I have started to hear voices in my head. I don't know if it's telepathic powers or I'm just going crazy, but yes.
It's a conscience.
Conscience.
You guys know that little voice that tells you not to do bad things? What the fuck is up with that?
Where did that come from?
Well, the house where I grew up was a lot smaller than this house even. We only had, it was just a small farmhouse with, I guess it had 4 rooms. Like a area where we cooked and stuff, and then
a kitchen?
Yeah, a kitchen and a place to eat,
and
a gathering room, and then the bedrooms. I actually had my own bedroom growing up, so that was pretty fancy for my town for all the kids to have their own room. Of course, it was just my sister and me, and she was older, so it's actually not very far from here.
Are you wanting to visit?
I don't. No, it's not the right way. It's sort of southwest of here.
All right.
And yeah, I don't. They aren't expecting me and bringing everybody back. I would feel. Well, I mean, I would be proud to introduce you all to everyone. But maybe at the other end of our adventure.
Speaking of homes, I am eager to get back to mine. That is still where we're going, right? We're still heading there.
Yeah.
Things have changed so much now. Griggle's been on my mind lately.
What are you going to do when we get there?
I don't know. I mean, do we think that he fancies us dead still? Does he think that his plot worked? But he buried us alive?
I don't know that he's going to actively go out of his way to kill us, but I think if he gets the opportunity, he sure wouldn't pass it up.
I mean, he orchestrated the cave crumbling in around us.
Yeah, but that was like he didn't have to do anything.
Am I thinking of the right person? Yes.
Sort of.
What you know is that Grigor was pulling the strings for the mayor. Name slips my mind right now. But you know that he was pulling the strings, and he was the one that was kind of pushing for the mining of Druidite.
Right.
But that's all you know, is that he was basically of employ.
I suppose we don't know if word has gotten back or what.
Well,
I do worry what awaits us at the Institute and what kind of welcome we'll have. I'm sure it will be warm with my own family. I am eager to see them and make sure that they're safe. But as far as the rest of it, I'm still not entirely certain who we can trust.
Well, that's certainly true.
The portal.
Owain was the mayor.
Is that just one way to heal it? Or Valder, are we able to? Can Fernando direct us somewhere closer to the Institute? That would save a lot of time. I don't know how magic works.
But don't forget that Speaker Owain doesn't know that we didn't die.
Right, exactly.
No. Okay.
So what has he reported to Gregor? Has he told him that we've been felled at this point? Should we be incognito? Should we hide our identity? There's so many unknowns. Goodness gracious, can Roz and Rose sleep through this? We're 2 feet away from them talking at full volume.
Rose, during this conversation, Rose just kind of like sits up really quickly.
How are we feeling?
And then she just lays back down.
Adeline's gonna pick up the wine that she didn't touch and just set it on the ground near Rose.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Why am I still, but the room is moving?
Oh no.
You know what? I'm gonna go draw a fresh pitcher of water from the well outside. Maybe that would be better for you.
Okay. And I'll just put the cup back down.
And I'll go outside and fill the pitcher up from the well.
What's the plan today?
Well, we were just discussing. Are we still on our way to the Institute? I mean, I'm eager to be back there and to, again, make sure that my family is all right. But I'm a bit worried about what could await us if the wrong people have said, diminished our reputation in some way.
Do you think word of our exploits here would travel there by the time we arrive?
Perhaps. I mean, I'm surprised if they hadn't heard about the gnolls and this whole thing, that they hadn't intervened in some way. You would think a place with that much capability would want to help.
Or they did know, and they didn't.
Right.
I get the impression they don't really give a damn about anybody but themselves.
It can be quite insular.
And then of course the folks that are trying to pull strings all over, the province and the Zalan Republic, and that came from the Institute. So yeah, but for the most part, they probably stick They don't care about anybody. I don't like people like that.
Well,
You're not like that. For the most part, you're really nice.
Well, that was almost a nice thing to say.
Well, I meant it to be nice. You're not like selfish in a mean way.
Kaya! That's so sweet.
I think that you're just you know what? Good morning.
Wow. I'm like lost. I'm in the corner, and I almost like spit out my wine. I'm like, he's progressing. Wow, he stopped himself.
I don't think that our original plan really needs to change. The plan was always to get Adeline home. And also get some answers. I think both of those would be achieved at the Institute. I'm not sure if we should keep our identities secret as we come into the area, though. There may be... Well, we already know that there are those in touch with the Institute that wish us dead, or think we already are.
Right, but I don't think that they know that we're here where we're at.
Right, but if we just charge into the gates of the Institute, they'll know exactly where we are. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Maybe we go in the back door with a hood on.
Yeah, it's still a long way.
Right.
I mean, based on the maps that I studied back all the way when we made our in Elderwich, we still, I mean, from here we would probably go to Riverfell, which is on the other side of the big river.
That's where the crossing is, right?
Yeah, that's where one of them is. Yes, and then we would still have a very long, bit of travel between Riverfell and the Institute. So Riverfell, about halfway.
Riverfell, is it Riverfell? I haven't looked at the map yet. Is it Riverfell because there's a river that passes through it?
It's by a river, and there's a
By a
bridge
river.
near it. Yes.
Can we travel down the river? Because
It doesn't travel.
Lost around the
This is a river that runs from the northwest to the southeast, and we need to go we need to go northeast from our current position. So we would be crossing it.
To secure a wagon, right?
Has
Wagon and some horses.
Oh, I bet there
anyone
is a
asked-
wagon or two here.
I mean, we should strike when the iron's hot, when our clout is the highest. We just did save this town. We might be able to,
I
turn
heard
that into
you.
a wagon and some horses.
I
think it's
recall last night you were
important-
leading the songs in your honor.
I think it's
there
important
were a
to
lot of
remember
people
that we
singing.
don't need to yell this morning. Let's keep our voices down.
Right.
Quiet
As
voices.
everyone is talking at a regular, calm volume.
Has anyone asked if the transportation circle, words are hard all the time, will take us from Heliacow to Riverfell?
We haven't. Before, the issue was that from Boulder, there was a network that was only within the Swole province. Now, I'm not sure if that is also true of this, but they said that that's why that's the furthest that we could go.
Right.
So that is something to inquire of, and perhaps in that conversation, then it is pertinent for us to ask for some other transport. If that is
Right.
not an option.
Plus, if we're able to secure a wagon and maybe a couple of horses, I suppose we could leave it here and come back for it. But if we were to use magic to transport it, but I think it would be better to take it with us, right? We would just travel, by land with our wagon if we're
we
able
can
to.
get there
secure it.
magically, instantly, I think we should do that.
Absolutely. Well,
Okay.
we're not going to find the answers without talking
Right.
to.
I'm gonna
Holy
reach
Fanatic.
over and grab Roz and kind of shake him.
It takes a minute to find like physicality as he's lying down and his like as many silks
So
are kind
much
of
fabric.
spread out.
Where are you?
I am here. I am awake. I've been listening.
Oh. Hi. Can you make food?
Yes.
Like your special food that makes us feel good?
Yes. I will make tea as well.
That sounds nice. Thank you.
Like
I think
Robes gets up and it's
in Roz's head, he hears Kaya, saying, "Rose really feels pretty bad." I think they call it a hangover, so maybe like whatever you do, like help her out with that, with your specialness.
A spell of hydration.
I
Or she can do
I do believe you still have some of that wildflower tea from Gretchen's.
I do.
tried and true method of getting over the hangover is to go pray to the gods. Just
Do you say that to me?
praying to the gods
Never.
over outhouse, toilet. No. Okay.
I can feel the
That's
tumbleweed
my medical,
across the screen.
my medicine method. Okay. Well,
But Roz will start to make breakfast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
and Adeline, can you help me with some of these damage on my attire? So like my armor is all dented and poked through and scratched, and we had a tussle.
Absolutely. And she'll kind of like when your grandma fixes your clothes, like her glasses are like on the edge of her nose, and she has it in her lap, and she's just casting mending over different parts of it that need it.
Yes. We've got to look the part of heroes right now. I'll go fix my hair.
Adeline,
Yes.
is that your new cat?
What are you talking about?
I mean, this cat seems to have adopted you.
I think you'll see.
Well, like it was a
Oh, but
rat.
that still reminds me, Duchess.
Oh, I thought this
and-
was Duchess, like a new Duchess.
No, I think it's just some stray who came in through the window and won't leave me the hell alone. It's like they want something
They
from me.
live here or something.
Yeah,
Like they
crazy. And Adeline, after she's done casting mending, and before we head out, she's going to open her book and resummon Duchess.
In traditional rat form.
Absolutely. Blue satin bow, eyeballs, tentacles, and all.
Yep. So after taking a minute to, or 10 minutes to pull together, what you need to bring forth, Duchess, from the book, the ink starts to well together into one of the pages, and out crawls the four-legged form of Duchess the Rat, who has 8 different red eyes scattered all over its head, and it looks up at Adeline and opens his mouth, and like 6 tentacles come out, and it goes.
Oh, I missed you so. She'll fix the little blue satin bow that is around her neck, and then scoop her up and put her in her vest pocket, where she just kind of.
What kind of children's books did your parents give you when you were a child?
The normal kind. I mean, well, I was a bit of an advanced reader. It's all to be true. No. Shall we go talk to? Is it Fernando that we're seeking out?
Fernando. Yeah. Yes.
Poppy will.
Yes. I'll go open the door. Get ready to go. Because yes, I know this group. Takes us a while.
We're following. We're going. We're going.
In real life too, and I like that about us.
Real life too. I'm gonna have Poppy just kind of crawl up the side of up to my shoulder where she sits and perches.
Yep.
But she's keeping an eye on Duchess.
The young skeleton cat crawls up onto your shoulder and wraps around your neck. You can feel the bone tail just kind of flicking and rubbing against your neck.
The skeleton cat gets scritches too. Whatever.
I mean, I come from the Shadowfell, and our children's books were not that horrible. We had normal cats, normal dogs, normal ducks, normal
ducks. You had ducks in the Shadowfell?
Well, yeah. What else do we eat?
I do enjoy some duck.
So, you guys sit around. Rhapsody makes a breakfast of all of the rations that he has and his wonderful chefing abilities, as well as did you make some of the wildflower tea from Gretchen's? Is that what you were doing?
Yes, I do imbue 3 of the teas. Make sure that Adeline and Rose get 1, but if they drink it, they'll get 3 temporary hit points.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Who does the third one go to?
He offers it to Lost and Kaya. Can you take us?
Sure, I'll take it.
I will take it. Yes.
You will fight to the death for it.
Was only
Yes. I only have 1.
You can have it. Lost.
What is it? What does it look like?
It's just that hibiscus tea that we got from.
Yeah, you would recognize the smell, but it sends you back to Gretchen's place, the Wheezy Pipes, in Elderwich.
Okay. Yeah. So I accept the tea, and I turn around. As I turn around, I pour a little wine in it, and give it a little spice.
Like wassail?
Tea wine.
Kirkland tea. Excellent. So, yes, add those 10 hit points. You guys gather your stuff and head out. Are you going to try and find Fernando? Okay, where are you going?
Oh, right. Where?
I think back to the what's that place
We should
called?
go to
The
the
Athenium?
forge.
Forge? Oh, the
Athenium.
Athenium.
What is it called?
Athenium.
The Athenium?
That
Athenium.
Sorry.
that's where I would suggest.
It's where we parked our boat last time.
No, the boat.
Yesterday.
You
Yesterday
took the
morning.
boat with
We took the boat with
Yeah,
I
us.
take the bowl.
Yes, but it was parked there.
Correct.
Yeah,
while we slept.
as recently
It was
as yesterday morning.
Yes. I go.
Group vote, Athenium.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
All right, yes, let's go.
Sweet. All right. Fast cut to the Athenium. As you kind of walk through the streets, you start to see there, like a lot of the dwarven soldiers are kind of waking up and kind of stretching and looking like they feel pretty fresh. A lot of like the elves and a couple of the humans and like gnomes and other races and things are kind of like they're celebratory but kind of hurting. So they're kind of like squinting in like the bright sun of Heliacal and like, oh, the heroes of Heliacal. Oh. Everyone's a little bit slower and a little bit quieter, except for the dwarves that are just ready to go. They're like suiting up, putting their plate back on and things. But you find yourselves at the Athenium. You walk in through the doors, and it is quiet. It's been a minute since it's been this quiet in there, and in fact, you've never really seen it that quiet because there's nothing happening in the streets really. You can see now that the space is pretty wide. There must have been a lot here before it was kind of ransacked. Yeah, where do you go?
There was like libraries, right? Like where there were like books and things.
Bottom floor was a lot of like bookshelves and things. They've been knocked over and sort of tossed around
I
and
think
things.
I would start there. Just looking around.
Like looking through.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Most of them have been sort of knocked over in all of the fighting and things, but okay, yeah. You can give me an investigation check if you like.
I'll help you.
It can't be a perception. Just
No.
looking for him.
I'll help
mean,
you.
you can roll a perception check, but the
It's a dirty
DC
20.
for
Investigation.
okay. Yeah, so you start digging through like some of the books and piles and sort of like bookcases that have fallen together and kind of created like little almost like tent shapes as they kind of lie on each other. You don't find anyone or anything amongst the books.
Fernando!
Yeah, we'll start that.
Yeah. I start calling out for Fernando, not remembering that Rose has a pounding headache. Like, Fernando!
The tea actually did help with that, so
I
it's,
feel good. It's fine.
calling out. Yeah, everyone can give me a perception check. As you're sort of looking around, you can hear your voice starting to like echo because of like the cutaway from the different levels, so it's kind of echoing up into the ceiling.
22.
9.
22.
18.
9.
Hey!
So, looking around, sort of group check wise, looking around, you guys see sort of like the broken and scuffed stairs and things, and a lot of sort of tapestries and nice sort of rugs and carpets and things that have just been torn up. Like, you could tell that this place once was very grand. I would say that that kind of rings, especially true to Adeline, kind of reminds you of a lot of places in the Institute. Very different style, very different decor, but that kind of sort of grandiose feeling. This was a very important place. As you start to sort of walk around and things, you do notice a like an ottoman with the lid closed.
I'm gonna go over to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You approach it. It's wooden, but there are lots of like beautiful, ornate sort of framing and things like carved into it, like from solid wood. This very nice ottoman.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. As you open it, and the chains kind of clink onto the side as it stops, you get about halfway up, and you see a paw reach out and hit the lid and push it open as he sits wide open. Oh, it's you.
We were looking for you.
For me?
Yes.
How are you doing, Fernando?
I'm doing quite fine, thank you. I kind of got used to sitting in that box that Thena's, so
You found a box.
found something similar. There's lots of S's in that sentence that I chose.
I just wanted to say to you, thank you for all your help the last few days, and I just want you to know that we wouldn't have been able to accomplish what we did without your help. You were integral to helping to free your city.
Good job, Kaya. Butter him up before the favor ask.
I appreciate that. But it was truly your heroics that freed the city.
You were just as heroic, and and I'm not just saying that. You were. You trekked over here with us, and in the middle of all that danger, you helped us battle the gnolls in this very building. Without your spell, I would not be alive.
Would you say I was brave?
Of course.
You were absolutely brave.
Yeah. Fernando and the Army of Fate. Yes.
Fernando the
Yep.
Brave.
Fernando the Brave! They should sing songs about you.
This is a very nice way to wake up.
Oh.
Good. We have a question for you. Would you like to get out of the box first?
That's
You
one
don't
question.
have to.
really.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, I understand the whole if a fits, I sit situation that's happening here, but if you would like to come out of the box to talk with us, that's fine too.
That's a cute rhyme. I like that.
Okay.
So he gets up and straightens up his robes and
Fernando the Brave, if he fits, he sits.
so he lifts one leg over the side and sort of stands up to his full tabaxi form in front of you, with his heavy eyebrows kind of sitting, kind of burying his eyes, his long, drawn-out snout. I am out.
Welcome back.
That was the prerequisite to your question,
Yes, I know.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Question. The transportation circle,
What?
isn't that what it's called?
Oh, the teleportation.
Teleportation, sorry. Words. I'm having a hard time with words today. I'll tell you about it later. The teleportation circle. Can that get us to Riverfell?
Riverfell? Well,
Or could it get us to the Institute?
oh no.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I
No,
thought
no,
I'd
no.
throw that out there.
We are very separate from that. How much do you know about the Institute?
Almost nothing. Although Adeline does know a lot, but I know almost nothing.
Yes, I'm from there, but
Oh.
we're on our way back.
Well, the Institute is basically a city-state within the Cloudburst domain. It kind of governs itself, though, and has a lot of influence over other areas, excluding the Sol province. So, we are kind of separated from that. We don't have transportation that goes directly there. Riverfell is on the edge of the Cloudburst domain, but within it. We have transportation and teleportation that can take you around to the main cities and ports of the Thol province.
Right.
Like Stafburn Harbor?
We could arrange that.
That might get us a little closer, and then maybe we could book passage across
We could
the
finally
bay.
use our boats.
We had Losteroth's booty.
Oh yeah, we have our own boat.
We
That's
do
right.
have a boat.
Wait, is that what you called it?
It is.
Yes.
You weren't there to stop it.
Yeah.
God.
What is it called?
Well, that's a good idea. It gets us a fair bit closer.
And we could either take the boat across the bay, or we could take it across the river up to Riverfell.
Yep.
Time, boat, time for a boat.
I say we should probably go to Riverfell.
Yep.
And break our trip up that way.
It might give us a good introduction into what to expect. Absolutely,
Right.
so that we know what the situation is.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
But yes, I do suppose that would be the next good stop. I mean, is the bridge that crosses from Swole Province over close to Riverfell, is it heavily guarded? What is there fines you have to pay? I'm really not familiar. I haven't really been outside.
If we go to Stafburn Harbor, we wouldn't go across the bridge. We would ride the
Right.
boat, up across. But yeah, that is a good question to find out if the.
There are sentries posted at either side of the bridge from either nation,
I see.
and just to make sure that nothing untoward goes either direction.
Okay, I think your map keeping is quite apt. I think you have a good idea with Stafburn Harbor.
Okay.
You could send us there, well, as soon as today.
Yes, I'd need a little bit of time in order to put that together by myself, but yeah, we could do that.
Fantastic. Well, we probably should say our farewells and such in the meantime.
Of course.
And by the way, I want to let you know I would vote for it, but I'm sure that everyone else is in agreement, Fernando, that we would consider you a member of the Army of Fate.
Mm-hmm.
That's us.
Yes, I'm sorry. Meeting us often comes with conscription. It's
You know what? I think I'm good.
Okay. But if you need anything, you let us know.
Thank you. I have a lot of work cut out for me here, so helping rebuild, and
Yeah,
I am
it's a huge responsibility.
the last mage of the Athenium.
oh, so it seems this is your domain now.
Oh, I suppose.
I think you're up to the
Oh.
task.
I'm gonna sit down.
Okay, yeah. She'll open the box back up.
You know what? That's a good idea. He climbs back in, sits down up to his shoulders.
Yeah, let's let him get a minute. Let's go, find Athena and everyone else and say goodbye.
Okay.
All right, before she leaves, Adeline will reach down and put a hand on Fernando's shoulder and be like, "You're going to be all right. You are up to this." And she'll cast Calm Emotions and just give a little, let the anxiety go a little bit. Give him a wave of confidence if she can.
So you can see him kind of staring into the existential void of this box.
Adeline's like, I know that look.
Go up and you cast it. How does Calm Emotions look?
Ooh, I think that I haven't cast this before. So I don't think I have to touch to do it, but she's going to lay her hand on his shoulder. And I think as she does, there's that similar pulse that was kind of in the book sphere that kind of just like is this wave of that like white translucent astral sea that just like is like a sheen for just a moment, and then I think it's kind of cool if he like inhales it and it becomes part of him, and just eases the tension.
So this wave of calm looking like the astral sea washes over him just from the back into the front, and it splashes out in front of him and splits in two and then goes up into each nostril as he kind of just takes a Thank you. Within a little bit of a spiral there.
It happens to the best of
little
us.
feedback loop.
I've been there. Yeah. It gets better.
She said that like.
Was that a question mark on the end?
No.
Okay.
You're going to be all right.
Like the spell is still on him, so he's still calm, but he's like, I feel like I should be panicking again. But yeah, unless you guys need anything else from Fernando or the Athenium, or you want to do anything here, going once, twice. Sold. Excellent. So you guys exit the Athenium back onto the streets and head over to Thena's forge. And as we come up to the forge, that's where we're going to take our 10-minute break. And then we will come back to visit with Thena, the elven forge master. So thank you so much for hanging out, guys. We're going to be right back. I appreciate you guys being back here. I don't know why, but it feels like we've been away for weeks. And it's literally been 1 week that we missed. So thank you so much for being here. And stay tight. 10 minutes, guys. We'll be right back.
Are we
And
okay now?
What?
Yeah, you were there.
No, shut up. Stop it.
I missed that.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, you guys had visited the Athenium. You had spoken with Fernando and said that you had wanted to move on to Stafburn Harbor. Fernando said that he could provide the teleportation circle for that, and so he's going to spend the next while getting that ready, and also sending word forward so that you don't just show up. As you guys make your way over to Thena's forge. Walking up, you see the familiar sort of front doorway, which slides open. It is already sort of cracked a little bit. You walk over, grab the handle, the sliding door. The forge still burning as always. And you walk in, and there's immediately no one there.
Hello.
Doesn't Thena resides here, right?
I think she did during the occupation, but maybe she. I don't know if I remember her seeming to say that she could move back home. Maybe I'm just imagining that.
She let you know that there is a living quarters above it.
Should we show ourselves up? Is that presumptuous of us to think that we're welcome?
You know what would get her attention? If you picked up one of her hammers and banged it on the anvil.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Right, she would probably cut your arm off if you did that.
I'm gonna. Is there any foul play? Because the door was kind of slightly ajar, right? I'm just gonna search around real quick and take a look to see.
Investigation or perception?
I'll perceive as well.
15.
15 for
Perception.
Okay.
17 perception.
Okay. Would you roll like a 2? Like
A little low.
Oh wow.
What's up,
Oh
Tim?
my goodness.
Tim coming in hot, dropping 10 gifted subs.
Hi, buddy.
Thank you so much, man. Dude, we missed you too. We missed you
We
too.
miss you.
Good people in the community. We hung out with them all week. It's awesome. Yeah, so 15 and 17 perception, you kind of glance around and kind of take in what's immediately around you. Some things are kind of like untidy, which you know that Athena is very like methodical with everything within the forge. So it seems unlike her. I'd say with a 17, you probably notice that a lot of the sort of tools and stuff on one of her benches that she kind of lays out is all kind of pushed to one end, and there's like a large open space on this countertop.
Oh.
There may have been a fight. We should
Oh
try.
no! You think there was a tunnel here?
That was in my head. I didn't do it.
I couldn't resist.
Oh, you think there was a
That
tussle?
knows exactly what happened, but Rose has no idea. So
I know what happened. I know
we
what
should-
happened.
We should find her. And I'll start walking towards these stairs that go upstairs.
Yeah, there is a door towards the back that you can open, and you knock on it.
I'll knock. Athena!
This is the door to the stairs. If you want to like open that up,
I'll
because it's
open it.
closed off. It's like a forge. It's a
announcing.
working place, so you try and keep the other side locked off. So, yeah, it does open, and you can head up the stairs. Sort of circular staircase. In this, it's not a huge building, and most of it is the forge. So you can only assume that it's kind of like a little kitchen, almost like a little like studio, like above it, like just what you need to survive, to do your work downstairs. And so walking up this circular like wooden staircase to the top,
just
there
gonna kind
is
of like quickly, like you can obviously hear my feet, you know, like Athena, we're coming.
I'm snickering downstairs because I know what she's gonna find.
You come upon another door facing at the top, which is slightly ajar.
Ooh, that's not what I was expecting. Okay, Athena, are you all right? And I enter the room.
You just burst in.
Yep,
As
because
you
Rose
burst
has
in,
no idea.
She sits up and grabs the furs on the side and wraps them around her immediately. You can see like all of like the tattoos, like the dwarven runes across her arms, like all of the muscles in her arms just like flex immediately as she kind of like pulls up and says, "Oh, Rose, you are here."
Right. Well, it looked like there may have been a fight or something. I was just checking on you.
A fight.
It's a mess downstairs, and you don't usually leave it like that.
And with that, Ayla like sits up from behind her.
Oh. Cool. We'll see you downstairs. And she'll just like turn tail and run down the stairs.
All the way back
Adeline's like staring at the table. She's like, it looks like the fight started here.
It wasn't a
And they
fight.
went to the floor. And then...
I don't think it was a fight.
Oh, did you find her?
She's fine. She'll be maybe down in a second. Maybe down in a second. They will be down in a second.
Slumber party. Ah.
Mm-hmm. But not like, yeah.
I don't think I'm following. Is she alright or isn't she?
She's good.
Oh, alright.
Sidebar, Rhapsody, you have a flex point from the chat.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, if she's busy, do we need to come back later? Or...
Rose's face.
No,
is the
I want to
same
see
color
the
as
expression as she comes down the stairs.
Rose on her face. I don't know. It seems
When they come down, I just have a big smile on my face.
See, well, you
That's
guys
a knowing
just
smile.
stand around in a circle, quietly smiling to one another.
Why are you all smiling like that? Why are you doing that with your eyebrows?
It's all smiles and eyebrows, just like
His long, elegant, like shadow elf eyebrows, just like.
I will go over to Adeline and like kind of pull her to the side and be like, she wasn't alone.
Hey. She has a guest staying over. Was it who she was fighting with?
No. Well, no.
sometimes fighting happens before, and yeah.
Before what?
Well, I am not the person to be talking about this with anyone. At all.
Fighting makes it better.
Literally not. I don't have any kind of frame of reference for any of this. I'm just telling you that there were 2 of them, and they were naked.
Naked? Why would... Oh! Oh, we should go. We can't.
We are here
We
now.
should be here.
I told her we were just worried about her. Man.
Well, I think we have to stay and say goodbye now.
Okay.
Or we could just leave a note.
A few moments pass, and you start to hear footfalls coming from the open door leading up the stairs that Rose went up. Kind of offbeat, 4 footfalls coming down the steps. Thena leads out in almost like a sort of like suede sort of workers like tank top and some sort of like almost like harem pants like billowing out with no footwear on. She comes down looking like Thena, like stern as always.
But more relaxed.
Make an insight check.
Everyone?
Huh?
Everyone?
Ooh, 21.
21.
Oh,
You of all people in this group recognize the front of trying to seem put together, but her shoulders look very relaxed. She walks in, says, good morning. And then Ayla kind of pokes out from around the corner. Good morning.
Hello. Again.
I am still all smiles and eyebrows.
Just
Rose is looking everywhere except for at them.
Adeline is the opposite. She's staring so hard between the two of them. Just.
And Ayla kind of steps into the room and very slowly and gingerly kind of reaches out just a couple of inches between their hands and just kind of links fingers with Thena. Thena's hands being much bigger than Ayla's, just kind of like gripping a couple of fingers like within hers.
Awkward.
Roz will like look at Alar. I don't believe we've had the acquaintance of actually meeting, properly at least. I think the last time I might have been resting a bit here. Not the
Right.
same, but here.
Right. And you see like a sun elf, sort of bronze-colored skin, long pointed ears. This kind of like very disheveled, shorter hair. Very elven to the point where it's exaggerated into their androgyny. And they say, yeah, you were a little unconscious?
Oh, we can call it that. Yes.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Alar. It's a pleasure. She like loosens her grip on Thena's hand and kind of offers her their hand off to you.
Roz will like gingerly address and kind of like do a formal bow and like kiss it softly. Pleasure to meet you, Ayla.
Oh wow.
I'm Rhapsody. Or Roz. Everyone calls me Roz.
Thena leans over and says, "You better get used to that." Yeah, I mean, I'm Alar, or no, I'm just Alar.
Roz, Alard led the resistance. They might not want to admit it, but they really did.
Led is a loose term.
Okay, maybe they were the heart of the resistance.
My camera is frozen, but I am still here.
It's for added drama.
Please talk amongst yourselves.
I mean, there's a vacuum now. Power vacuum. Somebody's got to step up. Might as well be Alar.
I thought you were talking about. Never mind.
I thought you were talking about the fact that we couldn't see the DM anymore.
I thought you were gonna be like,
who's
"All
gonna
right,
fucking
guys,
DM?
roll for doing it."
All right, people.
Not it.
The DM will be right back in just a moment.
Just a moment. It's taking longer than I thought. We'll be right back, guys. Just a second.
Okay.
All right? Be right back.
I'm coming back.
Oh. Anyways, they had sex, in case you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
They what?
I can tell by the hair.
They did. Something got messed up. What? There it is.
Wait, I'm in.
It's okay.
Okay,
It
there we
fixes. It's fixed now. Wow. Now we're here.
I was kissing my cat, and it made it look like I was kissing Rhapsody because I was in your box for a minute.
Okay, so back in the room.
Oh, led the resistance. That's. I mean, all of your efforts yesterday were.
I mean, look, it was mainly you guys. I just followed suit.
You don't have to do that.
Do what?
Pass on recognition. You did a lot.
Well, and there's
And-
more you do that I'm sure will come your way.
And these people, they trust you. They see you.
I think more than anything, you were an inspiration. You kept hope alive for all the people that were here. Hope is a very powerful thing.
Yeah. And Thena kind of digs an elbow in and says, "You need to start taking credit for what you did." Ayla reaches up and kind of grabs at the back of their neck. Okay, I led some of the resistance alongside. Athena looks up at Rose and says, "Baby steps."
And it all worked. The city is yours now.
Oh.
All of yours. The
Collective
royal
yours.
yours.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have the authority to go distributing cities. I would like to have that kind of power. Goals.
Yeah, it's good. You know, the city hasn't been in the hands of the people for ever. Yeah. So, I guess it's up to us to not repeat history and make it better.
Right.
I'm excited to see what you do.
You have a clean slate.
Yeah. Clean slate. Very broken city.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll get to it. I mean, I don't know, maybe we'll open the gates and let people migrate in. I guess we have to make something that's worth migrating into. That's a lot. Let's stop talking about
You
that.
don't have to do anything by yourself.
Yeah, you're right.
And if we've learned anything from how everything went down, it's that we can all work together from multiple places, multiple facets, multiple angles, and good God, what was accomplished yesterday was... They will be talking about this for ages. We were all at the center of it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe as soon as Fernando gets out of his box, he'll start writing the history books for it.
He's halfway out. He's getting there.
Adeline,
Oh, yes.
did you say they'll be talking about this for ages?
Well, I would imagine so.
Perhaps I might address the party and Athena and Ayla as well. If we are to keep a low profile, our actions here will spread to multiple locations.
Yes. I'm not sure that we gave you the full story. There's very powerful people who think us dead, presumably. I'm not sure we want to go and alert them to the contrary.
Oh. Right. I mean, we aren't like sending messenger pigeons across the nation letting everyone know what happened.
Of course.
Like, I think it's time for us to work on us first.
Absolutely.
As a city, and rebuild after it was kind of semi-destroyed by gnolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And a demon.
And demon gnolls.
Right. So, self-work comes first, and then we'll go out to start meeting people. This sounds like a dating analogy, but I don't mean it to sound like that.
I can see why it might be on your mind, though.
Oh. Maybe.
Find comfort where you can. Things are dark. Nothing is promised.
Yeah, maybe I'll work on my public speaking.
Probably should.
Yeah. I'd hate to address the city and start accidentally. Anyway, yeah. Are you staying?
We're actually, that's why we're here. We were coming to say goodbye.
Oh.
Didn't mean to interrupt anything.
Just sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were sleeping in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, beside one another.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hot and humid here too. I've noticed. It's it's difficult to
It's a
sleep.
forge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Hot forge. Mm-hmm.
So where are you guys headed next?
Right.
I'm sorry to see you go. I know we've only kind of known each other a couple of days, but your presences mean a lot to me
For
and
a city that
Dina.
Well,
really only
we were thinking that. Go ahead.
for a city that we were only really passing through. I think it's made a bigger impression on us than we ever expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were thinking about maybe setting up a little place that we could like hang out at when we were back through here, like one of the vacant houses, maybe.
Oh, here.
Yeah, I mean we're in case we ever come back, or we'd like to visit.
Athena kind of steps in and says, "You want to take one of our dead friends' houses?"
No, I didn't. No, that's not the way I meant it.
That's exactly how it sounds.
Well, that's not the way I meant it, for sure.
Well, how else could you have meant it? You said vacant houses and you want to take one.
Well, I think take is a really strong word.
Kaya, I'm fucking with you.
Thank God. Thank God, because
Leans
I
back,
really
crosses her arms.
I was so
That-
scared. Oh, Kaya, I thought you were gonna die.
I thought I was gonna die too, and more than anything, I apologize. Even if you were fucking with me, I know that must sound terrible what I was saying, and I wasn't thinking about that, and I apologize.
Just getting you back for fucking with my forge.
Lots of fucking.
Ayla goes like bright red underneath like the bronze color.
We have no chill.
We're so awkward.
So yeah, we're heading east.
Oh, away from the sun.
Fernando's gonna help us get to Stafburn Harbor.
Okay. Yeah. And then where do you head from there?
Well,
Is that the destination? I don't really know much about your travels.
No, we're on the way to the Institute. I'm from there, and we're on the way home.
Huh. Okay.
But that might not be. Maybe don't share that information with anyone.
Right. As I said before in that awkward analogy, self-work and
Totally.
the only people that are going to know, anyone that leaves here, which is probably no one other than the dwarves that are going to go back to Horbolder.
Oh, right. We have to say goodbye to them too.
All of them?
Each and every one of them. I want to thank them personally. My lips are so tired.
Oh god.
That's what Dean is.
So damn bad. Kiss Grandpa.
I'm glad what I said went unnoticed.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Dang it, I feel like so much is going over my head in this one.
It's been going over your head all night.
Anyway.
Awkward goodbyes, as usual.
So you're heading to Stafburn and then heading across to like the crossing, or
We have a boat.
We're gonna get a feel for Lostaroth's booty for the first time, and then we're going to
It's
take
the name of a
that
boat.
It's a boat.
down to Riverfell.
It's a boat
It's a
that
boat?
folds up. It
Kind of-
folds up and it unfolds.
Ayla, like as you say, it's a boat, kind of looks around at Lostaroth's hips and says, I mean, I wouldn't call it a boat.
Oh. We have a boat.
It's a
and
dump
he
wagon.
named it.
You got there before I did.
Dump wagon, you mean the thing that takes all of the
No.
waste out?
Well, in a way.
You're terrible.
Jesus.
You are children.
We're back.
We're back. Yes.
Yes. Does our plan involve taking a sailboat upriver? Yes. Do we think that somehow it's going to work? Also, yes.
I thought it was
I am a riverboat captain by trade.
Yeah, remember?
What?
Yes.
Since when?
That's how I met
Yes.
him. I mean, the boat was crashed. And
My
there were dead
official
people on it,
title
but
is
that's
riverboat
okay.
captain. Yes.
Huh. I don't know much about like flowing waterways and stuff. We live quite a ways from there, but I don't know. I just pictured in my head. Maybe I'm stereotyping. Something very different to how Lost looks. Sorry, I thought that was implied.
Oh,
Well,
man.
you know, you haven't hung around
I
us
just deal with
long enough. I
cargo,
mean, it's-
shipping, logistics, and transferring goods and shipping and.
Oh, you were a smuggler.
Okay, now I see it. Now I see it.
Yeah, it tracks now.
We've gone over this. It's a procurer.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Smuggler is a
tapping into-
derogatory term. We're much more PC now. It's a procurer.
All right, I'm very sorry. To be
you're
using-
you're in procuring and transportation.
Yes, yes.
I see. That's where the logistics comes in.
So that's our plan.
So,
But again, if you need anything, you can, well,
You have allies in Hobolder.
yes.
You need
Yes.
anything, and you have allies in the Army of Fate.
Yep.
Yes.
You can reach out somehow. I believe Fernando could help you to do so.
and you are always welcome back to Heliacal. You will always have a bed to lay your head.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As a guest, we don't want one of the houses.
Right.
What?
We've done it again. Goodbye, Athena.
All right.
Goodbye.
It was very wonderful meeting you, and I just wanted to
Classic
say
us.
you have a very
It's
nice
like
fort.
we kind of live here, and so
Wait,
Yeah, we're the ones who would need
we
to.
couldn't go
Right.
leave you here. It's just okay.
You have
At
a
what
nice
level do
fort.
we learn how to say goodbye correctly and leave?
Never.
Bye.
Oh, yep. Okay. Yes.
We'll leave.
And,
Have a good
Nope.
bye.
have a good bye. Ayla waves you off, and as you kind of turn back to wave, you see Athena's hand reach out and grasp at Ayla's. As you walk out of the forge and enter into the streets of Heliacal once more.
We should go find your friend, Rose. The dwarf friend.
David?
Yeah.
Right. There was no sign of them heading back through the Athenium yet, or
They might still be at the tavern bars.
The streets where we were.
The street parties, yeah.
Are they still going?
No, you saw a lot of the dwarves like waking up but feeling fresh. Everyone
Got
else
it.
was kind of hurting.
Very good.
We need
So
to.
you're going kind of looking back through those streets that you were on before.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Doesn't take you long to get there from where you are. 5-10 minute walk. Yeah, you guys can make a perception check, or one of you can give another one a help.
Ooh,
30,
action.
20. Unnatural 20.
20.
Wow. 14.
Don't say unnatural 20.
Eldritch 20.
Cosmic horror 20.
Nat 20 for 24.
Ooh.
Damn.
Some high roll.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog.
Yeah, so it doesn't take very long between the five of you to find one dwarf whose armor doesn't quite fit like it
Rose
should.
wasn't looking.
Rose wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Are you kind of being dragged along at this point?
Mm.
But yeah, between the four of you, Rose kind of tailing in the back. I would imagine like 3-4 paces behind. You find the smaller dwarf kind of trying to tighten up the straps on his armor and kind of like reaching around and doing like circles, trying to grab onto the belts and straps and things to.
Oh, the ick.
The ick?
The ick?
I've been like chasing his. Bless.
He's not used to putting on armor. Leave him alone. Leave David alone. Deep cut. And after like one circle kind of comes back around and like, hiya. And he kind of lets go, and it kind of like the breastplate kind of like hangs off of one shoulder. I'm not used to doing this by myself.
I go help him. So I just go around to the back and I start helping him strap in while the guys are talking.
We wanted to say our thanks and, say our goodbyes before we both leave the city.
You'll go in. Where to?
Stafburn
Harbor.
Stafburn.
Oh, Stafburn. All right.
We're working our way eastward.
That's further away.
Yes. Oh, we can't say thank you enough for everything you've done.
Of course. This is our capital city of the nation, like it or not. But, yeah. Thank you for letting us know.
They're good people here. They'll need, there's a lot to do. So I think they'll need patience and any guidance that you can offer.
You know, I think we can work something out between me and my father.
I trust that.
Just some help to get back on their feet. And possibly set up a council that works for the people.
Yeah.
We are well practiced at that.
It's about time that the people here were in charge of themselves.
I agree.
And I'm strapping him in, and I'm like looking at him like, oh, you know, there's a lot of wear and tear here. You know what? You were brilliant in battle. As I was coming through, I saw you. You did a very good job. I can tell by the armor and the condition of the armor that you fought bravely.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to still forget about the image of that knoll. We'll just push that one away. We'll deal with that later when I can be by myself.
Yeah, just cram it down with the rest of them.
Yeah, just
That's what I always say.
move it into its own little compartment within my subconscious.
And after I finish adjusting his armor and whatnot, I kind of move over back to Adeline, and I whisper to her, I'm like, did Rose have a case of the beer goggles, or what's going on here?
I'm really unsure. She's been
Distant.
Yes, very quiet, more shy than usual. I think her face is somehow redder than it was over at the forge. But I don't want to pressure them, but I think they'd regret not staying. Perhaps we give them some space. You know what? There's something. Hold on. Yep, I'll be just a minute, she's saying to nobody. And then she's like, I'm gonna, and she's gonna go and kind of like, and then like motion to Lost to get.
Yeah, and I go, and as I'm walking, I kind of snag Kaya's arm, and I'm like walking and pulling him as well.
All right.
Roz is gonna like lean back to Rose. We'll be right over there when you're ready.
I'm gonna holler back. I'm gonna holler back to him. Hey, tell your father and the rest of the council thank you for answering our call for aid.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I will.
All right. Look, I'm walking. You don't have to pull me. I mean, you can let go now.
Adeline's just pointing
As the sound gets quieter and quieter, like.
Roz will smile at Rose. We'll be right over there, and then he'll like run after the others. Moss, perhaps you can convince one of the dwarves to get us some of that ale you love so much.
Hi.
Hey. How'd you pull up this morning?
It wasn't pretty.
Well, that I would contest, but I'm sure it
I
didn't
didn't.
feel.
I feel like that was baiting, and I really didn't mean to. I just. They wanted to come find you and say goodbye, and I didn't want to do that because once we found you, I would have to say goodbye. So.
Would you have to?
Do you want to come with us?
Unfortunately, my tutoring and things with my father, I'm kind of bound to one spot for now. Sorry, that was really presumptuous of me. It was unfair.
I am also bound at the moment to, as strange as this may sound, fate.
No, I understand. You have to walk the walk of destiny. It has to take you where you are meant to be.
So far, it's done just that. And she'll, like, nudge him.
Kind of like steps back a little bit from the nudge. I am sad, though, that the place that you're meant to be is getting further away.
The place that I am from is probably the furthest away that you can even think of.
So you're headed further east?
Yes. There's a lot of things that are questions that we need to answer. There's potentially very bad people that would be looking for us. We need to find some answers.
I understand the pursuit of answers. It's kind of my dad's whole shtick.
Yeah, it's what you do. I mean, I have the ability to check in from time to time.
And you see like a little glint in the corner of his eye. That would be lovely if it's not stretching you too hard.
No. But you know, just to see how you're doing, and maybe if we've got questions you can answer. You're really good at that.
Oh, yeah, with what we were looking up in the books.
Yes.
Yes, certainly. If you have any questions around that, if you find out more about this strange path that you're on, I would be more than happy to help you in any way I can.
We would probably be headed back this way because of what you discovered already, so might not be too long.
I would not be against that.
I know. Just so that you are clear and I am clear with you, I remember every single moment from yesterday.
And
And if it was not worth mentioning, I wouldn't have.
okay. I meant what I said as well.
I know.
I'll miss you.
I will miss you as well.
And he reaches out and just squeezes your fingers for a second.
And she'll grab a rose and hand it to him.
Thank you.
Well, okay.
Yeah, we're kind of dancing around the whole goodbye thing, right?
Yeah, I'm not really good at that. Like, none of us are. We're bad at saying goodbye.
I'm usually okay, but this is different.
Yeah.
Be safe, please.
You too.
Okay.
Okay, bye. And she'll go to turn.
Rose.
Yes?
And he steps forward, gets up on his tiptoes, and kisses you on the cheek.
And she'll look at him and say, "You missed." And kiss him back on the mouth.
He pulls back, just red-faced. You should definitely come back through Homebrew.
Okay. I can't imagine my fate not bringing me back this way at some point.
I like that. Good luck.
You too. Okay, bye. She'll just kind of start walking away.
When you turn around the corner, you just see our heads stacked up, like peeking around the corner, like.
Cartoon style, like totem pole around the corner. Yeah.
Oh, that was so stinking cute. Rose with the Riz. I think you missed. Oh my god.
Hi. So we're ready to go. We're leaving now. Time to go. Going to the teleportation circle now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you say everything you
do what
wanted to
had to do?
say?
Yep.
Do what you wanted to do?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Adeline, the people at the Institute,
Yes.
how do they enroll? Do they generally show magical aptitude? Interest?
Well, I mean, it is an institute of the arcane, so that is a bit of a. There has to be some kind of aptitude, I suppose, or interest. Can I do? I mean, I guess I would know.
Yeah,
think
yeah,
they
you don't
just
need to roll for
buy
this.
Big bags of gold and just drop it off.
That.
You don't need to roll for this. So there are families like your own that are kind of ingrained within the institute itself. Your sort of elven heritage was later inducted because in Gahlia, elven magic is different to arcane magic, which is based on draconic magic that was taken by humans and adapted. So the elven side of yours, like ancestry on the one side, was shown to have an appreciation for both, and that was seen as advantageous to a lot of the teachings there, mainly humans that wanted to see how that would work. Other than that, other than the main stead families within the city-state of the Institute, there are sort of poorer housing. Nothing is particularly poor there, though. It's all, but it's not quite like the super grandiose places like your estate.
They don't have Egyptian cotton sheets or anything.
Yep, that's it. So there are other places where children are sort of housed that have shown a natural, innate ability, like an innate talent, where they have been discovered, picked up from generally poorer families to be given a better life, a way where they could learn their craft and hone it and use that for the power of good through the Institute, where they can really make something of themselves.
So yes, a natural proclivity couldn't get you in, but also, a fair bit of coin and a certain family name are pretty much guarantees.
I guess I'm asking because, well, if Fernando's the only magical user here, perhaps he could look into an apprentice of some sort.
Oh. Perhaps. I mean, certainly people from the Institute have dealings outside. I mean, we've seen, to the world's detriment, how that can work with Grigor and such. But that may be a good idea, a way to connect the two, though I do worry. Perhaps we should ascertain the Institute's aims before we start increasing their reach. We may be strengthening the very enemy we might come up against. I know that parts of it are corrupt.
Yeah, and
I don't know how deep those roots go.
It would be difficult to vet whoever, would come to apprentice under him. It might be a spy.
There are people that we can trust, though. And I think that that's a good avenue. It's certainly something we can bring to them. Certainly something that would be fascinating to undertake.
So will we check back with Fernando now?
Yes, we're going to go see, I suppose, if the teleportation circle's ready for us.
I assumed that you guys were sort of walking and
We're
talking.
walking
Way
and
back.
talking.
Aaron,
Definitely not stood in an awkward circle.
But we
Not
tend
like
to do
you
that.
guys at all. Yeah. So after a little while, you kind of back on the street leading up to the Athenium, and as you're walking towards it, you hear a whistle. Hey, amigos!
Hello.
And Antonio, yes, your other tabaxi friend, his sort of tabby complexion, walks around the corner with Diego at his side, kind of holding on to his leg. So where are you going?
Well, we're about to head out. We're heading to the port city. Stafburn Harbor.
Stafburn. Okay.
We continue eastward, but we can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us.
You'll miss the sun heading that way.
Have you been there before? Do you know what we can expect?
At Stafburn?
Stafburn.
Oh, I meant if you were heading further east. Once you head into the Cloudburst domain, it's just rain and clouds.
Yes, it's lovely.
Ugh, I don't like to get wet.
Oh, is that why they call it the Cloudburst domain? Because there's a lot of clouds and rain.
We'll definitely need to secure a covered wagon.
We should get someone to modify your boat and, like, say a different magic word to turn it into a wagon.
That sounds expensive.
I mean, if you put wheels on a boat, does that not make it a wagon of sorts?
But you'd still have to have the enchantment.
I suppose that's the same question as whether a hot dog is a sandwich.
Right. That classic theological debate that's been hounding philosophers for years. Perhaps we weren't meant to know if a hot dog is a sandwich.
Maybe some knowledge is not for the mortals.
It's a sandwich, by the way.
What?
How dare you? You take that back.
So look, this is the way you look at it.
Not
It's
a
a
sandwich.
It's a special sandwich.
It's open.
Is
Yeah.
a taco a sandwich? I mean, where does the line stop?
I am with this straw man argument.
a hot dog. So look at it this way. You put a piece of meat in between two pieces of bread.
Go
But
on.
a hot dog is one piece of bread, right?
Well, I
One
mean,
piece of bread.
Yes.
it's
Well, there are
really.
open-faced sandwiches like a tartine.
No, don't get me with this deconstructed bullshit.
What is this guy?
It's a sandwich. It's a special subset of a sandwich.
Once you have to like start having tiers and levels to it, I mean,
You northerners.
Perhaps we should talk about
I'm
the
northerner.
actual detriment that we're going into. Adeline, you were going to let me go into the Cloudburst district, knowing I wear silks? And it rains constantly?
It's not like, it's like, you know, it's just like drizzle and mist. And yes, there is a downpour every now and then, but it's nice. It makes it feel so like homey. It's the perfect weather for a nap all the time.
Roll a deception check.
Insight check.
A 16.
18.
Oh.
Yeah. She's hiding something.
I mean, do you really like being in the sun all the time? I'm about to freckle, for God's sake.
Well, yes, I mean, I prefer the heat. But
I don't understand you.
Long story short, hot dog is not a sausage. Hot dog is not a sausage. Hot dog has a sausage. Hot dog is not a sandwich.
You know, agree to disagree.
Right.
You should know better.
I mean, I am from actually further south than here.
Right. That's why you should know better.
Them fighting words.
Look, I'm just saying, if you were to take the same like sausage and instead of a fancy bun, you just took one piece of bread and folded it, it would be a half sandwich, right?
No, that's a poor man's hot dog.
Yeah,
It's still a half sandwich, just because
It's a poor man's hot dog.
So you're saying it's not the bread that makes the sandwich; it's the meat that's inside of it.
Well, you
No.
can have a vegetarian sandwich. I
Sure
don't think
you
it comes
can.
down to meat
I mean,
requirements.
why would you? But yes.
All right, I'm telling you, a radish tartine is going to change your life.
Uh, change my opinion of you, maybe.
All right.
This is a very important conversation. Maybe we should continue it the next time we come to visit.
Oh, right, yes. We are.
Okay, that
on
makes
our way
sense.
out.
I just want to say thank you for all your help when we arrived here, and it was very wonderful meeting you. Bye. I'm gonna start walking back.
Rose, wow, that's never happened.
We can just do that?
Rose is gonna go give him a big hug.
He does, and you feel a clench on the side of your leg as Diego wraps around you as well.
Diego.
Antonio leans over and says, "Thank you so much for rescuing my son."
I would do it every day if I had to.
He's all I have left, so hold on to those you love. Because you never know when the last time is. And he squeezes you extra tight before letting you go.
And Rose will kind of like have, I don't know if anybody will catch this, but she'll have kind of like a wave of despair that goes across her when he says those things to her. And then she tries to shake it off and walk away.
Well, goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, Dragon Man.
Bye.
Already gone.
Goodbye, Antonio. And Adeline will lean down to Diego and be like, stay brave for your father, all right? I know
And
that
he-
you are.
It looks up with those like big Puss in Boots eyes and like wraps around you.
Oh, and she'll like wrap her and then give a little scratch on the back of his head.
So,
And she picks him up and she runs off with him and you're like, he's coming. Just kidding. Imagine that. A cat that could hug you back. Wow.
Okay, so you guys say your goodbyes and head off to the Athenaeum, entering in through the front doors, heading downstairs, I imagine, to the teleportation circle in the basement of the Athenaeum, entering in through those very familiar doors now, and you see Fernando in there, touching like different runes in the walls and getting everything ready, like you've seen him before when he was preparing the circle for the incoming dwarven army that you had enlisted to help free the city of Heliacal. And he says, "Oh, hello there. Are you ready to go?"
I believe so.
Yes.
Fantastic. Sorry, that was the it still needs a little bit of work, and he kind of hits the circle.
Sounds a little rusty.
Yeah, just needs a bit of a little bit of a knock to get it going.
Don't we all?
What?
I thought we were starting our awkward goodbye with you. I just started a little early. Sorry.
Oh, is that a thing?
Oh, you'll see.
It wasn't just a one-off. Okay. And starts to get the circle ready. Please enter.
All right.
And as you walk into the circle, you watch as like each ring starts to boom, 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 like closer and closer into the platform that you will stand on. He says, "You're always welcome back." And you can quote that from Fernando the Brave. And he hits a rune on the wall, and you watch as the gyroscope circles start to swirl around you, and he holds onto that wall, and you can see him there getting faster and faster around you as that image starts to kind of shift back and forth. He holds up a hand and waves as you disappear. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Yeah.
That's our best goodbye yet. And we had no control over it.
Oh, man. That was fun.
Stuff.
Yep.
I love you guys. This is
I love you.
a great way to spend the Friday night. And thank you so much for spending your Friday night with us, telling little cute silly stories. So yeah, thank you. It means a lot. I had all of the feels over the weekend with seeing a lot of like physical support in person, and it means the world that you guys choose to spend your time with us. So yes, we will find someone to raid. We will be back on Monday. We're going to do Cozy Monday again. Cozy Monday is going to be like a post-Gen Con kind of wind down and reminisce and story time and things like that. Some stories stay in Gen Con, but we will be kind of discussing like the general goings on and how we felt about it and things. And yeah, so please do just kind of join for that like laid back stream. That'll be 6 p.m. PST on Monday, and then we'll be back in Gahlia visiting Stafburn Harbor, hopefully, on Friday. Yes. So please do come along to that. If you're new here, I've seen like several people in the chat like popping up and things. If you're new here, you're not already following, please do consider hitting that follow button before we disappear off and go and support one of our friends. That would be wonderful. A Stronghold is telling us to raid Distal.
Okay.
So I guess
Everyone is
we'll do
playing
that.
Baldur's Gate. I'm like trying to find somebody
Oh,
playing D&D.
Everyone's doing Baldur's Gate right now.
Yeah.
So thank you doubly for like watching a Dungeons and Dragons game instead of watching Baldur's Gate. Not that I have anything against the game, but it's like it's taking the audience away. Splitting the community.
It's so divisive. This
It's
ball.
it actually looks funny as fuck.
It looks really
like
good.
it looks so good.
Looks good.
So yeah, but get it yourself and play it yourself, and then come back here and watch D&D.
Yeah.
There you
I'll
go.
let on screen while you play on your screen. That's fine.
Okay, no,
Anyways,
Yeah.
we good?
yeah, we're gonna rate Distal. Huge supporters of our community, so make sure you're in there for the raid. Throw down some emojis. Get your 250 bonus channel points to use for flex points later on. And thank you for starting your weekend off the right way with the Fables of Gahlia. We are the Swole Initiative Network. We will see you on Monday.
Good night. Happy weekend, everybody.